Hello everyone, in today's Roblox Studio video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make custom rooms that you can actually join together. These paths you can actually put together like train tracks, literally. So I'll be teaching you guys how to do this. So step one of this process is to insert a part into the workspace, just like this, as you can see. So we have a part in here. If you look on the right where it says properties, we want this part to be anchored. Then move down to sides. I will do a 60, I'm going to do a 45 by 45 one here. There we go. So now, but you can do any design you want. For instance, you could do 16 by 16, 8 by 8, that's a little bit small though. 4 by 4, that's even smaller. Or 200 by 200, that's pretty big. But so you can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be 45 by 45, it just has to be a square, and that's it. So we're going to call this part is we're going to make this black right here, and we're gonna make it grass or any other material, and we're gonna insert a script into this part right here. Yes, we're gonna do some coding here. We add a script. Just look for it here. You can look up script right there. And now we're at backspace print hello world, and instead say local. Let's call this base. Let's call this local variable base template equals script dot parent right there. So then we're just gonna add another line, base template dot transparency equals 1. And there we go. So this is just gonna be a small square that we're going to use. I'm gonna call that too. So this is just gonna be a small square we're gonna use, just so that way we know how big. This is just to keep everything in square. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create another part. It's gonna be literally almost the same thing as this one. So there we go. Now we're gonna call this part floor. Just like that. And now I'm going to make a metal one, just for actually, let's do diamond plate. Because, so there we go. So now we have this here. Now, next order of business is to get a third part out onto the workspace. Also, if you make sure to anchor the floor too. We have this next part here, but we're not going to use it just yet. First, we need to insert a surface light right into in there. Now we're going to set this range to something that's convenient for you. So I'm going to set my range to 30. If it allows that. Yes, it does. Alright, good. That's good. And set the top. Set it to top, so that way it faces the top. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to make a stud here. We're going to make this one black right here. Or you can do whatever color you want. You can make this black. I'm going to set mine to bricks, but the main point here is to just get to just have a stud in general. So we're going to make it about this big. You can make it as tall as you want, but I recommend you make it about that big if you want a high ceiling. Depends. Before we duplicate this, we want to call this one stud or pole. I'm going to call it pole right here. And just keep duplicating it. Put it on either side here. There we go. Just like that. So now we have 4 individual studs here. What we're going to do now Just gonna put more studs. We're gonna put these ones on the ceiling right here. We're gonna make them go across like this. So there we go. So now, when I'm done placing this stud right here, now it kind of looks like we have kind of a fort here a little bit. Kind of looks like we have a little play structure, but this doesn't look very playable, does it? So maybe I shouldn't call it that. We're going to insert another part into the workspace. We're going to call this part the wall, just like that. And call this the wall. I will make this out of granite. This will be granite. Make sure to anchor it too. And you can put, now with these walls, we're going to position a door in here too. So make your first wall about this tall right here. Something like this. And then you can make, and as you notice, I left a small space right there. That's where the door is going to be. So we can randomly position these doors throughout your structure. Just make sure it's a 4-block gap, or 4-stud gap, excuse me, there. So, there we go. Duplicate your second wall right there. And you can actually, with this, it doesn't have to be centered. It can be anywhere you want it to be. Right here. So, there we go. Right. And the only problem with it not being centered is that you gotta actually rotate this correctly in order for this to be good. So right there, looks like we have a 5 stud maybe. Gotta make that thinner. There we go, that's about good. Now let me make a door. If you're nervous about getting the measurements wrong here, you can simply create a door right here, anchor it, get a wood planks. I'm gonna make my door out of wood planks, but you can make it out of whatever you want. Again, this is Roblox Studio. Do whatever you want with it. So there we go. So this will be our door right here. Name this part door. And now, as you can see, we need to turn this can collide property off. Now we'll rotate the door just like this, so that way it fits in here. If it's a perfect fit, you got it right. You got the measurement all right. So there we go. Now I'm going to try centering this one. What we do here is we look at the size right here, 18. This is 19. So yeah, we can widen the door right there, but the side doors can be just like this. So let's make another door right here. Just like this, and now that was a little bit risky what I did right there. Let's take the door and use the move tool and place it right down so that way it lines up exactly right. Just like that. So there we go. And now, as you can see, we have kind of a wall. So let's say I'm going to play this now. As you can see now, we have doors here. We can I can walk through these right here. The doors are pretty basic, however, and the script right underneath there that tells the foundation right there, the template, the floor template that we use, has disappeared. It leaves the But if you want to save space, however, with this plate dot, we can do the destroy function. Destroy. Like that. So then just like that. So there we go. So now right here we have kind of a room going here. So let's put some obstacles in here too. Let's put some, for instance, we'll make a crate. We're not going to use the crate model though. We're going to make our own right here. So you can put your own crate. You make it as basic as you want. I'm going to keep mine simple. There we go. So we can have a crate right here. There we go. It's just a simple block of wood right there. We'll call this crate. There we go. And it's as simple as that. We can have a few more crates around here. We can throw them all around the room if we want. Now you can have these anchored or you can have these unanchored. I'm going to unanchor mine so that way you can actually push them around because these aren't major parts. This isn't a wall or something. You can put them all around here. Do lots of stuff with them. They're crates. Just like that. So as you can see, we have a room full of crates now. Now let's put this, but you can use other obstacles too. For instance, you can put lasers in your room. I'll do that in a later video, by the way. So now let's build up the walls now. Let's construct walls. Right there. So there we go. So now we kind of have a room here. This is starting to take shape now, as you can see. We have we have everything built here, just about. And there we go. So we're not done just yet. We're gonna add a few more things. So you can move your obstacles around even more. You can anchor them. You can do whatever you want with them. Now we're gonna add some more. We're gonna add some more attributes to this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a balcony right here with a ladder going up to it. On this side right here. So this will be the balcony floor. Right there. Now you can make this out of whatever you want. I'm going to make this one. I'm going to do some black granite right here. So there we go. Now we can have the balcony floor. Just like that. You can do the same for the other side if you want, but I'm only going to do one side. So there we go. So now we can add a third part here. We can add another pole. I call this balk pole right here. So there we go, right there. So now what this is going to do is this is going to span about, let's put it like that. Now we can make this like another color what we want. So I'm gonna make this out of wood. It's gonna be medium red. Just like that. And what we can do now, actually, you know what? I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna make this dark stone gray. We'll make this out of metal. Just like that. So now we have a balcony. We just need to build the ladder now. So what you can do now is you can put that down, make that stud go all the way down to the ground, and build your ladder. Now you gotta experiment with these ladders, so if you're not entirely sure, you can do a variety of things. For instance, you can just make it like that. Let's test it. We'll do a play here. As you can see, my avatar had no problem climbing that, so it should be okay. As you can see, my avatar can also walk on the balcony just fine as well. So there we go. So it's good adding that to it. So there we go. We've got the balcony done, but what if we wanted to add more stuff to this? So we can do a variety of obstacles. We can do metal crates here. Do metal ones. Make this heavy metal, smoky gray. Make this diamond plate right there. Now let's go in and we can name this metal crate, and after that we're going to go on in there and change the weight of this. Or the density, as Roblox Studio likes to call it. So let's go in. We're going to enable custom physical properties. As you can see right here. Could go down now. Density, 7.85. Let's turn this up to 16. So this is going to be much heavier. Right there. Just like that. So it's just another crate. You can still push it around, but it's harder to push. We'll put one up on the balcony right there. Just like that. And there we go. You can put other stuff in there too that has different weights. For instance, you can even put a smaller crate in here that put in a small crate. So let's change this one to a different color. We'll make this copper right here. We'll enable custom physical properties. I'm going to change the density to 0. Let's do this 0.15 right there, 0.15. This will be a small crate. So yeah, so you can make smaller objects. I'm doing lots of crates in here. There we go. So now, as you can see, we have the entire room built. Now let's cover up, let's do the roof now. Right there, and there we go, we're done. So, you can do is you can remove this right here, as you can just simply slide that on out. And so yeah, so let's play this one more time just to test it. We'll walk right on into this room. Right there. So now, as you can see, we can push this really easily. This will be easier, and this is very hard to push, as you can see. But yeah, you can push all the crates around in here. Just walk right into them, push them around. Right there, as you can see, it's moving just a little bit though. Right there. And we can walk through the door too. As you can see, I moved it out of the way, but you can see it's no longer there, so it destroyed itself from the workspace. As you can see, it's no longer on there. The floor template, the template we used there. So now, as we can see right here, we have this all good now. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you'll never miss a single video that I post. And peace out, guys. And you can join Elite God Central. It's a Discord server. Link in description. Anyway, guys, peace out.